Ideology is well kicking alive. How can we detect this ideological background in popular culture? I think that the basic rule here is to apply the concept which was elaborated by structural linguistics of so-called differentiality. It doesn't only matter what a thing is, it only also matters as its positive feature what a thing is not. It doesn't only matter what you say, it only also matters what you don't say. There is a wonderful joke. The hero visits a cafeteria and orders coffee without cream. And here is the wonderful reply of the waiter. Sorry, we have run out of cream. We only have milk. Can I then bring you coffee without milk? What you don't get, it's part of the identity of what you do get. Why lose time with such dialectical jokes? Because I claim they allow us to grasp how ideology functions. Today, you can also imagine a brushed-off dialogue between United States and Europe in late 2002, when the invasion of Iraq was being prepared. The US saying to Europe, would you care to join us in the attack on Iraq to find the weapons of mass destruction? Europe critical replied, but we have no facilities to search for the weapons of mass destruction. Then Rumsfeld or some American guy answers, no problem, there are no weapons of mass destruction. We all know about the impending catastrophe, ecological, social, and so on. But we somehow cannot take it seriously. In psychoanalysis, this attitude is called a fetishist split. I know very well, but what? But I do not really believe it. And I think such a split is a clear indication of the material force of ideology which makes us refuse what we see and know. We can also call this the mechanism of what Freud sometimes refers to as Isolierung, isolation, where you accept a fact, but don't take it. You just rationally deal with it as if this is the case, but again, you somehow suspend its, let's call it, symbolic efficiency. This, again, I claim, is how ideology more and more functions today. Ideology is not in what you know or you don't know. You can know quite a lot of things. Ideology resides in this underlying selection where some things, although you know them, you behave, act as if you don't. This is what I call the fetishist functioning of ideology. The old traditional functioning of ideology was more symptomatic, like return of the repressed. You base your life on a lie, you repress, ignore some traumatic truth, but as we say it, whatever you do, the repressed will somehow return. Much more interesting, I claim, is the fetishist functioning, which again is operative today, where you don't deny anything, you just, through a fetish, enact a distance of not really accepting it. This, I think, explains why and how the situation is potentially catastrophic, but really are convinced that this is the case, but nonetheless are not ready to do anything. Although we know there are threats of catastrophes, we cannot bring ourselves to act upon it. Externalized, in the sense of you should strictly distinguish between your subjective beliefs in the sense of what you take seriously, what you believe, and I will on purpose use this very clumsy formulation, and what you objectively believe without knowing that you believe it. I claim that the basic lesson of psychoanalysis today, still actual, fully actual today, is that it's exactly the opposite one of the one usually attributed to psychoanalysis, that we just pretend to believe beneath, we are hedonists with all the dirty, obscene desires and so on. No, on the contrary, we believe much more than we know that we believe.